Hello there. Let's go over some distribution and factoring. And this first one here, now at some point you should be able to just rifle through these problems, but we'll go through some of the methods here. So in this one, first one, I'll do this one graphically. So I got my x plus 2 and my x plus 5, and then I just go through, and x times x is x squared. This is going to be 5x, this is 2x, and that is 10. My like terms are in those two rectangles, the 2x and the 5x, and those can be added together. So all in all, I'm going to wind up with x squared plus 7x plus 10 for this one. Next one, let's do with a different method. Let's do FOIL. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. And the product of my first is going to be 2x squared. My last is going to be plus 4x. My inner is minus 1x, and my last is minus 2. Those are my like terms, so I'm going to get 2x squared plus 3x minus 2, all in all. I could do the same thing for this next one. And one of the things you'll begin to notice when you do a lot of these is the symmetry here, where I got x plus 4 and x minus 4. What happens with my inside ones, so if I just do it, I get x squared minus 4x plus 4x minus 16. Those inside ones cancel out completely. So minus 0x, so it doesn't need to be listed, and I just get x squared minus 16. And for this last one over here, I could write this as x plus 9. So x plus 9 quantity squared is just x plus 9 times another x plus 9. And then I can FOIL that. So in the outers, I get, first, I get x squared plus 9x plus another 9x is 18x. And the last 9 times 9 is 81. Now, you can also do these ones here where if you're squaring something, it's going to be this one on the end squared, so 9 squared is 81, and then x times it, you get 9x, and there's the combination of the outer and the combination of the inner. So you take your 9x and you double it, and you get, oh, forgot it there, 18x. You need an x in there. Getting ahead of myself. When we get on to this next one, factoring, this is just distribution backwards. So for this one, I'm looking for a combination of numbers that make multiply to 16 and add to 10. Some people organize it this way. What multiplies to 16 and adds to 10? My winning combination is 8 and 2. And I can write this as x plus 8 times x plus 2. And you can double check these, of course, because you can distribute through, and you wind up getting x squared plus 2x plus 8x plus 16, and that does make x squared plus 10x plus 16. So this version here, this is just double checking. That version there is what you want. This next one has some negatives in it, so we're looking for what multiplies to negative 20, adds to negative 1. This may take a little bit more time, but my winning combination is negative 5 and 4. So it's going to be x minus 5 parentheses and x plus 4. And notice when I FOIL this out, the first I get x squared plus 4x minus 5x is the negative 1x minus 20 at the end there. And this next one fits into a category. Sometimes I can look through and say, this is squared, x squared. This 25, that's actually a perfect square too, of 5. And here, how does 5 relate to negative 10? Well, it's twice it. So this is going to be one of those quantity squared problems, and it's going to be x minus 5 quantity squared. And then when you do the last ones, negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. And when you pair them up, so if you write it out, x minus 5 times another x minus 5, then you're getting your minus 5x, and the other one minus 5x, and those combine to make your minus 10. Okay, last one. There's no x term in it, so your b value here is going to be a 0. 98 is not a perfect square, nor is 18. But they are both even, so you could factor out a 2. And then you look at it, and in this case you say, oh, well, 49 is a perfect square, and 9x squared is also a perfect square, so this one's going to be a difference of squares. And there's a lot of symmetry in these. It's going to be 2, 3x plus 7, and 3x minus 7. And then when you wind up multiplying through, here you get your 9x squared, negative 21x, positive 21x cancels, negative 49, and then you distribute the 2 through to get your 18x squared minus 98. Alright, that wound up being a little bit longer. At some point you should be able to just boom, 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 rifle through these Character and Scholarship for Life.